Hi everyone, welcome back to another update to my AI entrepreneurship journey. So this is my 18 months so far. It's definitely been a journey. I have done a lot of adjustments to my AI sales agent. So far after debugging a lot of the errors like what I discussed last month, it has been running very smoothly. It's able to execute the number of email outreach and even calling to the respective companies, as well as identify all the errors. For example, if there's an email error, it will highlight the email that is unable to send, and everything can be notified to through the Telegram chat. So everything is going according to plan. I'm able to execute 100 emails and 100 calls a day at scheduled intervals, and comparatively to a human being able to send 100 emails and 100 calls will take around 5 to 6 hours or won't even complete in a day. Because from my experience, making around 70 calls already took me the entire day. But now I can do 100 emails and 100 calls in just within like a few minutes. So that is definitely more efficient in terms of putting in more work. But in terms of the outcome, there is something that I'm still struggling with. Even though the output is working and all the functionality of the AI sales agent is working, but the outcome of getting sales, of the outcome of getting appointments for through the AI sales agent is still lacking. And what I realized is got to do with the script and how the AI communicate with the callers. It's something I feel is very difficult to do, especially when AI is only able to execute based on inputs and outputs. For example, there's a lot of different criteria to make a call effective one. Like, for example, the input from the caller, it definitely has to be a certain quality. It cannot be very soft. It cannot be too fast. If the caller says something very, very softly, I as a person won't even be able to hear. But imagine that AI definitely is not able to hear such a soft voice or such a inaudible speech. Then that's where there's a few issues here and there. But that's something I'm still trying to work on in terms of the interpretation ability. And secondly, in terms of the smoothness of communication, I feel AI is very difficult to convince someone to. It's very difficult to be a salesperson, because a salesperson definitely has more emotion and more smoothness, has a certain element to it to make them able to communicate effectively through being able to think on the spot. But AI will definitely just follow a certain sales script. So it's not able to adapt to the person's tone, adapt to the person's language, or certain speeches that I did not put into the sales script. So it's something very, I feel is a very big challenge for me in terms of the effectiveness. But yet again, I realize that it's also the AI's fault in terms of not being able to express itself similar to a human. I feel most people, after having a conversation with my AI calling agent, they may identify that some words that they use is quite weird, it's not very natural. They may identify the caller to be a AI or a bot lah, so they may associate it to be a scam call. So I feel there's something that is very concerning, but I'm still trying to think through how I'm able to navigate this issue. So moving on to my next project in terms of the AI sales agent, I've also created a prototype, a functioning prototype for my other client. Instead of doing like outbound outreach, it's more to do with their internal structure and helping their internal team by being able to research on their clients before the meeting. So I feel there's something quite useful, then many companies may find it useful as well in terms of researching on the client before the meeting and also summarizing all our points into a pre-meeting plan. So that's what I've done. Not only the AI is able to retrieve the information about a particular company based on the industry articles, the relevant stakeholders and everything that is important for the meeting. It's also able to summarize everything and generate a report for the salesperson. So I feel there's something helpful. It's still in progress. I have to do a pilot test with the users. Then next is about my pricing model. That's something I'm still trying to validate. I've interviewed a few companies, few working adults regarding my pricing model, and it's definitely not concrete yet. Right now, I feel that it can be improved, especially there's a lot of gaps in terms of my pricing wise, because like what some adults said, it's very difficult to price my AI sales agent if I'm unable to show them a visualization of what they could expect from this AI sales agent. And secondly, the pricing also should differ based on the company size. It shouldn't be so standardized to the point that I charge a certain amount to a small company and the same amount to a larger company, because it doesn't make sense. And operationally, with more users, there definitely be more functions or more errors that could potentially happen. So I should really take into account that aspect. And in terms of like other pricing models such as charging a retainer fee, but also potentially being able to get a portion of the sales if my AI sales agent is able to get a qualified lead. So there's something perhaps I'm still trying to research on and discover whether that works. So that's got to do with my pricing model, but it's still a work in progress. Then finally, I just want to update on my life so far. I feel on paper is pretty good. I'm able to not only do my AI sales agent business, but also able to balance with my academic life, which I have always complained that it's been a struggle to balance between both my work and my academics and also my personal life. And so far, my academics is actually not bad. I'm able to maintain a quite a good grade, and I'm quite satisfied with it. But I wouldn't get complacent. I still need to work hard and still balance out and put in the work to make sure I maintain the grade that I have now. So yeah, that's all for my update. This time is a bit more elaborate because I really discover a lot of things. So hopefully next month will be a better month in terms of resolving my AI sales agent issues and in terms of being able to maintain my academics and my personal life as well. So thank you so much for listening and see you in the next update.